apple juice real quick.
Oh, yes. Apple juice is very, very much needed.
Yo, speaking of apple juice, I got you a little something.
Got me something.
Yeah, I know you don't drink beer, so I'll just tell you. I got you a shot glass.
My dude.
Yeah, brother.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Got my super chat popped open. All right, so here we go. We're going to start this off right. All right, everybody, what's up? Mr.JustRight 1 is damn sure checking back in with you guys today, and we're going to call this SwagStew. Why? Because we got Vapor Swaggins.
SwagStew live.
We got Vapor Swaggins in the building. Man, everybody's gone to ECC, and we said last week that we would do something, and I made it a point. You know what? I was in the Discord, seeing people were like, hey, what, no stew tonight? Everybody kind of upset about us. Now, we're going to make that happen, and we'll do it solo if we have to. Swaggins reached out, and I was sure to add the gentleman. Damn good guy. I wish we could all be at ECC, but unfortunately, that's not the way things work in this thing called reality. You know, some of us have to stay back on the forefronts and fight to make sure that we're getting what needs to be done. So, Swaggins, you just got back off vacation too, have you not? And introduce yourself to everybody who may be here that doesn't watch the stew. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, what's going on, Stooges? You know, it's just me, your friendly neighborhood Vapor Swaggins, checking in and checking out at the same damn time. I'm here so you don't have to be, right? Vapor Swaggins, Vapor_Swaggins over on Instagram. This is an impromptu kind of, we'll call it a raw stew, I guess, because we're raw stewing it tonight. You know, we're holding down the fort. Yeah, well, it's a swag stew. All right, cool. We're swagging out. What's going on, everybody in the chat?
What are you vaping on?
What am I vaping on tonight? Oh, dude. I guess if you haven't watched the Omies, which is on Clown Vape's channel on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, I think. I can never get that right because I'm on the East Coast. We limit our buffets, but I got a few things. I got a ton of vape mail because I was in the UK and abroad for the last month. And so I bought a bunch of stuff because when you're away from all your stuff, you kind of feel like, where is it? And I need to buy things that aren't even necessarily going to arrive at my door, but I need them. So I bought a bunch of goons and some stuff. So I'm rocking a Dreamer. Actually, I call this my Dream Trooper custom Cerakote by Vaporway. It's awesome with a titanium 24mm OG goon on top. Inside of that, I got some of this Baja Blast, as it's more properly pronounced. It's actually called Blast Off by IVC, Infinite Vapor Company. I'm rocking a BMI mod. Yeah, a V2, bro. Actually, Quiddy Vapor gave me this as a gift. It's a 1 of 20 custom. Yeah, bro. Aziz is a vape god, bro. With a warrior on top. And inside of that, I think I also have Blast Off, the Baja Blast. I'm rocking the LE 1 of 10 Cayman with the Aluminum Apocalypse, thanks to Ender's other game. He hooked me up with this because I guessed the day his baby was going to be born. I thought it was a joke, but I wound up winning. Inside of that, I got some Tango Melon by Transistor. This shit is fire, man. I love it more than the Lemon Berry because I've been vaping this for 3 weeks straight, and I still am vaping it, and I just got home. And I'm also vaping this Purge Twisted 2700. I'm going to keep going with Bestia on top. Thanks to the Stooges. So much love for you guys. More info on that post if you want to know where this came from and why I have it, because it's like a purge and holy shit. You can check out my Instagram. I put a little video up. And if you still have questions, you can tune in next time and we'll tell you more about it. Inside of that, I have Millionaire OG by IBC, one of my other favorites, man, Lime Sherbet. And finally, I've got an Infinix, which is actually surprising the hell out of me. Smock should stick to pod systems from now on because this is actually pretty legit. Refillable pods. It comes with 2 of them. So I didn't even have to buy the 3-pack, but I bought that so I could get a Warrior for $4.99. Thank you to Stan, our holy father, Tenacious TX Vapes, for sending me that message probably 24 hours after telling me don't buy any more shit Swaggins. And then he sends me that fucking deal. So obviously I had to buy it. And that's what I got for you, Mr. Just Right.
Good deal, man. Good deal. Well, man, my little buffet, one second, let me stop presenting you to everybody. My little buffet tonight is real short and sweet. I'm rocking the USV Arc Mod with the Nudge 22 up top. Still a go back and visit favorite of mine. For something about this Nudge 22, I just really, really enjoy the vape I get off of it. I love the looks on top of this Arc Mod right here. I don't know what it is about this mod
buddy.
and this setup. It's a go-to for me. It's something I always visit and vape. And then secondly, I'm vaping on the Recurve Squonk Mod with something up top that I can't tell anybody about yet or show anybody yet, but know that in a very, very short amount of time, I will be able to show it to everybody and show the world. And it's something I'm very proud of. And it's something long time in the making, but it has to be just right if I'm going to put my name on it. So
yeah,
it's coming real, real soon.
I'm
I
excited.
want to thank everybody in the chat for being here, man. If we are just winging it tonight, guys, we wanted to make sure we had some content for you guys. If there's anything you want us to discuss or have questions for either one of us, feel free to ask and we will address them just as quick as possible. I'm not sure if we'll do the whole Instagram shout out peeps and all that stuff tonight, just because, man, we didn't really promote this. It's kind of by the seat of our pants. I think within the last hour or so, I sent Swaggins a message, hey, dude, are you down for a stew?
Yeah,
he's like, shit, why not? Let's make it happen.
Yeah, let's do it.
The
Stooges.
Man, a lot of good things are coming out right now. ECC is happening as we speak. Probably rounding it out. No, right now they're still going live and strong over there. So really interested to see how that plays out and what people come back with from there. We have Demo Vapes over there. We have Tenacious Texas is over there. We also have some of our stooges over there. Poon Sauce McNasty is over there. James Franklin. He's definitely over there. He was live earlier on our Facebook page. He's going live, walking around, showing us the sites. So definitely stay tuned because I'm anxious to see what everybody comes back with. I think Mondays, Mr. Franklin is on the Vaping with the Omies, as well as Swaggins over on Clown Vapes YouTube channel. Be sure to check them out because I'm sure whatever he picks up there will be there. That's gonna be like your first. That's gonna be like your first show to see what he brought back, and that's gonna be very interesting and see what his experience is his second time around. And now being on YouTube and all, being part of a panel on a show, it ought to be a very interesting event for him as well. I want to say thank you to Vape and Miner for the $9.99 hashtag Stooge fam. Absolutely, guys. You guys are fam. Thank all of you guys as well for the birthday wishes on yesterday. I did turn 29 again yesterday.
Yeah, buddy.
Greatly appreciate it. I don't make much of birthdays, guys. They're just another day in my book. But I know I do want to thank everybody for, messages. It's crazy because I had so many posts and then so many personal messages and emails. It was nuts. I was like, dude, why the hell are all these people telling me happy birthday? I mean, it's just another day in my book. But thank you, guys. I greatly appreciate it. It's humbling. It's reassuring to know that, hey, I have family out there because I don't consider you guys friends. I consider you all family. So when I get those, hey, happy birthday, brother, that means the world to me because unfortunately, my baby brother can't pick up the phone and call me anymore and tell me, hey, happy birthday, bro. So to read all those, it was very fulfilling, so to speak. There's a void there that is getting filled by the vape community, and I really do appreciate it. I want you guys to know that.
Brother, we really appreciate you, and I think that just goes to show it. People wonder where you are when you're absent, which is it's a compliment. It's like when people miss your presence, then you're doing something right. Quick note to people in chat that are asking where Nick is. As far as we know, Mr. Daily Vape TV is currently working. Isn't that crazy? Not working at the shop, but I think he's making labels for bottles because Blaz, if you didn't know, he's a part of that. He's a partner in the company, and that's his baby, and he loves it, and the juice is really good. Also available over at loosestarda.com right now. I think you can use some promo codes. But I'm not going to tell you those because you need to join the Facebook group, Vape Stew Crew, over on Facebook if you want them. So that's where Nick is. Maybe he'll come on later. I don't know. We'll see. We do have a special guest coming along.
What kind of apple juice you drinking?
Oh, I'm drinking some Japanese apple juice. Can I show it?
Yes, you can show it, man. Come on, man. I'm not with censorship by no means. Yes.
It's called Nobushi. It's something new. It's fresh. I like these Japanese characters. I like this woman on here. Actually, that's a sumo wrestler or something.
By the time you get to the bottom of the bottle, it'll be a woman.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. It tastes very floral, man. It's not my usual type of apple juice, but I'm loving it. It's really good. So outside of that, I mean, I guess we could talk a little bit about ECC. Look, Demo Vapes is in chat right now. What's going on, boy?
Demo.
Yeah. We could talk about ECC. You didn't go to ECC. Maybe why you didn't? Oh, what's up? What's up, Aziz?
Hello.
Oh, man. Everybody, welcome.
What's
Aziz,
up?
introduce yourself, brother, man. Love that hat. Damn, it's sick, bro.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Or especially for you, buddy.
That's sick.
My name is Abdulaziz Al-Shami. I'm not gonna say a vape reviewer. I'm gonna say
You're an Omi, bro.
Yeah, I'm an Omi.
He's on the Omis. If you haven't checked us out, tell him about it.
Yeah, one of the panel members of the Vaping with the Omis. I'm from Kuwait, and I wanted to see Joel's face. He had his birthday yesterday. That's why I'm wearing this beautiful red and black hat.
That bitch is nasty, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, buddy.
Nasty. And man, to say you're not a reviewer, man, like I've learned firsthand that hashtag not a reviewer because it's been said that I'm not a reviewer as well. Man, dude, I don't know anybody that owns half of the equipment that you own on the upper echelon of vaping. Like,
seriously,
if it costs more than $300, he's got it. I promise.
Dude, or two, like if just ask him, and he's got two of them. He's got one fresh in the box and one that he's using.
By the way, have you seen this?
He's also got an aluminum Dreamer prototype. For those of you who can't read or can't read good.
Yes.
I like where you put it, right dab ass in the middle of your foot.
Yeah.
Not even it's worth it, man. It's just like it plays on itself. It's got a little piece of electrical tape.
So why don't we do this, Aziz? Why don't you show us what you're vaping on, man? Tell us about what you're vaping on real quick. Kind of get that part over because people are going to ask, I'm sure.
First of all, I'm vaping on the Warlock's Guardian from Mike Love. It's a DNA 250C custom-made box that fits 21-700s and 2700s.
Ooh, baby!
This is one great piece of art. And on top of it is the Churchill Rta vaping on my favorite caramel waffle cappuccino by the LA sauce. And second of all, my Black Rage with the OG drop. Vaping on my all-day vape, which is Surf Satisfying.
Yeah, buddy.
Last and not least, my Miley. This is my go-to.
Yeah, buddy. What you?
Cool Mint.
Cool Mint.
Yes, and my adult beverage is coffee.
Pickle Rick.
Since it's 5:15 a.m.
Oh damn, dude! Did I wake you up?
Brother.
No, dude. I was up already.
All right, cool.
Good deal. Well, man, glad to have you aboard, Mr. Aziz. Man, nothing but respect. I like that little certificate you have back there as well, man. That's pretty dope. I must have missed a lot in the Discord and whatnot. I'm not even going to apologize. I'm going to thank everybody for bearing with me while I've been absent in my absence, and know that if I could be there, I would be there. And just unfortunately, at this time, I'm not able to be there. But I'll be coming back really, really soon. I promise you guys.
And that's fine, man. You know what? The Discord is a place where we all hang out. You know, you don't have to, like, if you join the Vape Stew crew, we always talk about, or they talk about the stew. And even on the Omis, we talk about how, hey, join the VapeStew Crew Facebook group so you can get into the Discord. You don't have to, like, that's not the whole purpose of the VapeStew Crew Facebook group. It's a community, right? If you don't want to come to the Discord, you don't have to, but it's just a place where some people can come and you can connect. You can talk with the guys on the stew. You can talk with the guys in the Omens. You can talk with other stooges. We have a great community and a sub community. It's almost like, all right, well, these people want to talk in voice chat or just in the text chat, or you want a video chat, you know. If you're not there, it sucks because we are like family. But outside of that, you know, we keep in touch. People have real lives. They have, you know, they have real things come up. Not that it isn't real, the conversations we're having, but it's always there. It's just like it's a 24/7, you know, group chat, group text, and voice phone call basically. And so, you know, we hang out so much that when you're absent, you know, yeah, it's like having a piece missing, because we all contribute in a certain way and there's all positive vibes and whatnot. And we talk about advocacy and things like that. And a lot of our stooges are at ECC. B2B Day was today, and we have ECC for the rest of the weekend. I actually saw something which I kind of want to make note of. Maybe we can kind of start a conversation about this. And, you know, I know a lot of people are upset about how ECC has been banning backpacks. Well, I just saw a post recently on both Facebook and Instagram from Sherlock Ohms, our boy from Hometown Hero, who actually is who represents that company, you know, Hometown Hero Juice, you know, the company that's recently sponsored the VapeStew. And as a code, do we tell them what the code? We can tell them what the code is. Yeah, it's what I'm a Stooge or VapeStew. Yeah, or I think it's VapeStew or something like that. I mean, I can't verify that because I'm not on the stew, but we can verify that for you. But either way, you'll hear about it. But yeah, he works for Hometown Hero Juice, which is fantastic juice. They got salt nicks and all that jazz. Anyways, he couldn't get in to B2B Day today because he had a backpack full of camera equipment and his big camera. And the caption on the post was like he couldn't get in. And he was like hashtag, you know, not coming back. So the question is knowing that if you know that you can't bring backpacks, or maybe he didn't know, but he's been to ECCs in the past. Like if you know you can't bring backpacks and you bring one, can you be upset if they draw you out? Is it for a good reason? Do you feel safer because they don't want people with backpacks for a reason of safety, or is it just inconvenient? That's my question to you guys, and maybe we can talk about that a little bit and talk about what happened to Ken.
I wanted to add something. First of all, ECC Ontario. Last year, right?
Yeah,
correct.
Okay. The last year show, they didn't allow backpacks also, but they allowed it for vendors. And is that the same thing that is happening this event, or period no backpacks?
I assume it's vendors, but I don't know. Media, like that's the thing. Did he have a media pass? Can media bring backpacks?
Well, see, he was upset because not being able to bring his camera gear in. And from my understanding, the minute I seen it, I tagged DJ LSB. I knew he was there. Seen a bunch of his posts. I know he's got his equipment in there. And I asked him, you know, hey, dude, you know, I just tagged him in it. And he said, get a media pass. And I think he was asking, like, thinking I couldn't get my stuff in, but I'm not there. I was asking for a friend, how did you get your equipment in there, and how can he get his in there? And man, LA is a different. That California is a whole different place. You know what I mean? Than it is anywhere else. I don't know what ECC rules are in different.
Oh wait! Quick thing, Joel. So Sammy Nitro just said it isn't ECC that's banning the bags. It's the venue itself that's banning.
Ooh, so very interesting, man. And that's going to be on the venue. Like, you know, I had that issue with TSA. You know, the people at the gate have the word. You know what I mean? They're there to provide people safety and ensure that people feel safe when they're rummaging in and about. And Cali's different. You know, I can't speak for Cali because I don't live in Cali, but I know Cali is a different place. When you see headline news of something bad happening, you know, it's in a major hub city like that, like Vegas, like LA, like somewhere in California, San Bernardino, San Francisco, somewhere like that, Orlando, Florida, New York City, Manhattan.
Yeah.
It's one of those places, man, where you got to understand that the population of people there, their standards are different. You know, in Texas, dude, they're like, yeah, go ahead. What you getting? Come on in. Don't worry about it.
For real, man. Well, think about it. Like any other convention, like think about, you know, what's the CCS or whatever it is, the Consumer Electronics, CES. CEC, whatever it's called, the Consumer Electronics Convention, whatever it is, do they have to, like, can they not bring backpacks? I mean, do you just need to get a media pass? It's like, how hard is it to get a media pass?
I can speak from experience. It's not very hard to get a media pass. They do ask you for certain credentials, and I'm not going to disclose those credentials on YouTube. But if somebody needs to know what those credentials are, we can pass that on and get exactly what credentials it is they're going to ask you for. And they do check those. They do validate those credentials to make sure that you are who you say you are.
Yeah. It comes down to, it is inconvenient, but I mean, this is the thing. Just be savvy, right? Be shrewd. Understand, all right, I can't bring a backpack. Well, if I go into the venue, look, I'll give you, like, for those students who don't know or aren't going to ECC, let's just put it this way. Or you want to go to an ECC or some vape event in the future. You go into an event, they're giving away those little rucksacks, those little, like, the ones with the strings, like that Nike used to have. I forget what they're called, the sling packs or whatever.
The one with the strings.
Yeah, the strings. Bogan is doing like a deal where he gives you his full line in a little Bogan sling backpack for $20. So what you do is when you go to an event, there's going to be some sort of a bag that you can get while you're there, and then you can put your shit in there, all right? Or bring an extra T-shirt and tie it around your waist, or a sweatshirt, and then you can just, like, you can wheelbarrow that shit. It's like, just don't put yourself in situations where you're going to get frustrated at a venue that's literally just trying to make sure that people are safe, or they don't have the manpower, they can't afford to pay people to check all your bags. You don't have to go through like a TSA security check to get all your stuff checked, to make sure that you're safe. Sorry, buddy. But like, anyways, it's like they're just trying to, they have a lot of people coming in there, and it sucks you can't bring a backpack. I haven't been to an event personally, so I don't know how inconvenient that is. If you're planning on buying a bunch of shit, I'm sure you can get like a plastic bag somewhere where you can put all your shit in it. I mean, otherwise, what are you trying to bring in there? Booze? What are you trying to bring in there? Like, I mean, other than that, are you trying to sell stuff out of your backpack? In that case, I can't say anything to you. But if you got media equipment, in Kenny's sake, it is inconvenient. But dude, just grab yourself a media pass. You're a media personality. Let's do it.
Yeah, dude, and he's a well-respected media personality at that. Like, it's the people at the gate, though, that are working at entry and whatnot, they don't keep up with all that stuff. You know what I mean? To them, they may not even vape. They're a hired hand to be there to count heads and dollars coming in. You know what I mean? And that's it. They don't really have a real following with this, or keep up with it much. There may be some that do, but on average, most of them are not going to. Most of them, it doesn't make a flip. They're there to do a job for that venue, in which they're paid to do anytime there's an event there. So, man, I hate that for him. I hope he did get in. Is there any word if he did finally get in and get a media pass, or what?
I haven't seen any updates since then. I mean, I think I saw that maybe like just at the time where you told me the show was going on. And I was like, all right, let's switch gears here. But I knew that I wanted to kind of talk on it. And obviously that's all we can really say about ECC. I mean, we're excited about it. Once again, like, I hate to like kill it, beat a dead horse here. But if you're in the Vape Stew crew, or you're not in the Vape Stew crew yet, what's great about that too is that your fellow Stooges, like Stan or Demo, or even some of the Omis and fellow Stooges like James, like, they'll do live streams while they're at these events. So you get to see that and kind of like live vicariously through them, if you will. Like, they're there, so you don't have to be, in a sense. But that's all I really can say. I mean, none of us are there, so all I can really do is ask for a polite transition to the next topic, if there is one.
I was actually looking on Sherlock's page to see if he got in or not. I didn't see no update since either. And you said live vicariously through those at ECC. Man, I just live vicariously through Aziz, man. I just sit back and wait for him to get something new. Some high knowledge shit that he's got somewhere. Like, yeah, that's cool, man.
You know what? That's a good question. This will be a segment for tonight's show. What's new that Aziz has in his collection? What's new, Aziz?
Oh, the newest thing that I got is this thing. It's the Sahara RDA.
Tell us about it.
Okay. It's a collaboration between what's it called? A 3C Vape and one of our own Kuwaiti national vape reviewer. It's called.
Is it this guy?
No.
Okay.
His Instagram handle is vape_geek Q8.
What's your Instagram handle?
Q80 vapor.aziz.
Oh, okay.
Who was first? You or him?
What?
Who was first? You or him?
Well, it doesn't matter since it's
Not,
the
no. That's
country.
the question. The question is asking
What?
you
Well,
who hit
he's
the Instagram handle
First, the
first.
chicken or the egg?
no, he does. He does. He's the first. But it's like saying the American, you know? Nobody's
Yeah, yeah.
first. It's the nationality.
Fair enough.
But Kuwaiti spelled with a K, is it not?
Yeah. But but for short, it's Q80.
Yeah, but
Q80. It's first of all, it's a 24 millimeter RDA that has, I don't know if you've seen it, the same deck as, what's it called? The OBS Engine 2, the one that you hang your coils upside down.
I don't know. This is the first time I've really seen it, and it looks really interesting.
I'm glad to see everybody's interested in coils that hang upside down, because I actually have something that I drew up a while back that was proposed that has coils hanging upside down in it. And if people are now accepting coils being hung upside down, shit, I'm going to try to get the go ahead on that one ASAP. I guarantee it. I want to give a quick shout out to Danny Castles at $20. I'm here for the giveaway. Just kidding. Much love to the Stooges. Well, no, we will have a giveaway, man. We'll get as many likes as we do viewers, which I imagine wouldn't be hard to do today. We will definitely have a giveaway from Silverback Juice Company.
Oh, hell yeah.
Big shout out to those guys, man. I know they didn't go to ECC this year either, so it's kind of a sad deal.
And if we hop back a little bit, Mr. Just Right, Vaping Miner gave $9.99 a little bit earlier. He said hashtag Stooge fam. I actually forgot that I was on the panel. I'm so used to watching the shows over the last month that I haven't been on my show, or the show that I'm a part of, that I forgot that I can call these things out too. So thank you, Vaping Miner, for that $9.99, my dude.
Hey, Tenacious Texas. How do you say that? Tenacious Texas. Tenacious.
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 Yeah, tenacious. Tenacious TX vapes. Yep, fun. What's going on,
guy's
brother?
in here too.
Yeah, he's got a wrench.
He's got something beside his name. What the hell is that? A blue wrench?
Yeah. How do you
What does
get
that
one
mean?
of
He's
those?
working on things or breaking things, or?
Yeah, I can fix it. So you got the Sahara.
Shout out to my brother on that one.
Yeah, bro. You got the Sahara, right? So
Yeah,
it vapes good.
Well, it has a very smooth airflow, and it has a little bit the same as the Reverie airflow, where the airflow is channeled and angled at the coils.
Okay.
It's a very, very smooth airflow.
Don't you have a drop dead? Or is it dead drop?
No, I still haven't bought it.
Okay. Never mind then. So everybody's been talking about it because you're saying it's flavorful. The airflow's angled at the coil, so I was thinking about the drop dead. And there's been like a two-sided argument, like, oh, the drop dead doesn't have good flavor and the drop dead has great flavor. And I'm like, all right, well, is it one or is it the other or is it somewhere in between?
Well,
it has tunable flavor.
Tunable.
Does that make sense?
Well, can we explain? Let's explain tunable to the audience.
Well, let me go grab one real quick so we can explain that.
All right. So tuning your flavor.
I'm very, very intrigued on how you can angle the inner AFC thing.
Yeah.
On the drop dead.
So, forgive me, but you can actually, like right now, the airflow is centered up with my coil, but you can tune where your airflow hits your coil. So if you shut off some of the top row, then you can then turn it so that typically what happens is when you close off the top row of airflow, or one side of your airflow to say, this side of your coil is not getting anything, but you can actually rotate the outer cap to lower the airflow amount that is coming in, but the direction you can make sure that the coil is getting all the airflow it can possibly get on it.
Yeah.
It's very unique. I will say that the little lip on top is very deceiving. You would think that you wouldn't get much downward airflow off of it, but there is enough there that whenever you give it a nice pull, the airflow is being directed downward. And how can I attest to that? Close it off to where that top row isn't getting it, and then you really notice a big difference. And it's like, okay, well, it does make a difference. So when I say tunable, it's the fact that you can reduce the amount of airflow coming in, but then positioning the airflow to ensure that the most of the coil is getting hit with all that airflow instead of just making one side of the coil dead, no airflow.
So not to repeat what may have been in a previous stew, but like basically, if you can tune the airflow, that makes it different than both the having just a drop or having just a dead rabbit. So the argument of, all right, well, if you have a dead rabbit and a drop, you don't need a drop dead. Is that a false argument? Is that something where it's like, all right, well, you can have both, but there's still a reason to buy the collaboration, Addy?
Very interesting question. I would definitely say yes. It would be, and there's enough change there and tunability to it that I've experienced. This is personal experience to say justify going to buy it itself. I will give it that.
Okay.
And some people may want to disagree with that, and that's fine. I'm just giving you my opinion. I think there's enough that makes it different to say, yes, it justifies going to buy it by itself. And I've owned both. I've owned the drop. I've owned the dead rabbit. Dead rabbit was a long-time favorite of mine for many, 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 many months. This one here has been getting a lot of use. Solo's been getting a lot of use right now. But today I went back to the Nudge 22, man. Like, you just find those that you absolutely love and keep rocking with them.
Yeah, brother. So just real quick, shout out again to Vaping Miner, Super Chat, $9.99. I have mad love and much respect for all my Stooge fam. Love y'all. 100% check mark heart symbol. My dude, we love you too. So I guess, I mean, if you want to kind of continue down this track, we can kind of maybe do like quick overviews of everything that's come out. I mean, so much has come out, like one after the other, like bang, 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 like literally emptying the clip over the last month, really. So you had the drop dead, you have the drop solo, you had the nudge cap, or not the nudge caps, the recurve caps, and the Warrior, right? So can we talk about the Warrior for a second? It seems like a lot of people are having issues with resistance just jumping around with the coated caps, not the stainless caps. Do we want to speak on that a little bit? Like, is it?
Man, we will. I will say respect to Johnny Drips for getting up there and noticing an issue and addressing an issue and nipping it in the bud when it was a small issue. You know, some people tend to want to sweep issues under the rug and under the rug and under the rug, and I don't think nothing of it. So eventually one day they go to walk over that rug and it's just like, holy crap, what is that? Well, now everybody knows you've just been sweeping the problems under the rug. So the fact that they addressed the issue early on is a great deal. They did say that they had some issues with the coatings on the post and the black deck with the black post and the gunmetal with the black post. Coating on it wasn't consistent all the way through, and some had it and some did not. They did suspect that the number of units that had the problem were very minimal, and Wodafone has reached out and said, hey, we'll take care of every unit that's affected.
So I have a quick question, because this might be helpful for the audience, because in Vapor DNA's disclaimer on their $4.99 deal they did on Warriors, they said they will not be accepting returns for defective items. So it's a loaded kind of statement, because they know there's an issue. So they're saying, we'll sell these to you for $4.99, but if you have an issue with the coated one, we're not going to accept, that and return and swap it out. So do you think that, one, that's okay, and two, like as a side note, for whether or not they think it's okay or not is relevant, but can people just go straight to a TOFO if they have an issue from a third party? Is that something that you can speak on, or I don't know the protocol.
I don't know how the specifics of that would work out, but I know that at this point in time, Wodafone has a name to uphold and a reputation that they must maintain across the board, because they've been knocking them out of the ballpark. I mean, so I think that I wanted to intentionally go buy something for $4.99 that I knew was going to be faulty.
Right.
One, I think Vapor DNA, if they sell something that they know is faulty, they shouldn't sell it for $4.99. You know, because they always had the $4.99 deals. You know, and if don't do that to pawn that off onto somebody else, because then that becomes bad business practices. You know, I'm not saying that's what they're going to do or that's how it was handled, but I would like to know that Wodafo would stand behind their products. You know, and
Yeah,
I guess it's going to stand the test and see what happens. You know, I mean, it's very interesting.
Oh, snap. Who that is?
Who that is?
What up, y'all?
That be us.
I see James Franklin. And who's that guy with the Twisted Besses shirt?
That's
some douchebag named Tenacious.
Oh, Tenacious TX Vapes. Wait, you're the guy who, along with Joel, started the SwagStew. Holy shit!
Oh shit! Look at this, guys.
Oh snap!
Rocking the stew.
Hardcore stew repping.
Yeah,
what's
buddy.
going on, guys? What are you vaping on?
I got this Warlock's hammer by Mark Claw himself with that nice little slam cap on the Cosmonaut. And inside I got that delicious Tango Melon by Transistor. It's in the bag back here, so I gotta grab it out.
Yeah, I just threw everything in my bag because we was in the gas station getting some sody pops.
And I'm also rocking Goldine 33 with some of that Fountain Blast off.
Oh hell yeah!
My job.
Oh man, and I'm down to the last few drops, guys. It's a sad day,
dude. It's happening to me now. Like I was like, I'm not gonna go through this that fast. I'm already a third through the bottle, and I just opened it last night.
Oh yes.
Oh snap!
I'm rocking that Warlock's hammer with the OG Goon. Inside the OG Goon. Oh, see Warlock's hammer backwards.
What's up,
Inside
guys?
The OG Goon.
Oh shit! What is on your forehead, bro?
It's it's an Homeboy OC temp tattoo.
Oh my god!
He's been branded.
Yeah.
Someone
video recorded the whole thing.
Yeah, dude. Homeboy OC temp tattoo.
Dude, that is so epic.
God.
That is the best thing I've ever freaking seen, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yo, can I just take a moment real quick after that amazingness? Trucking Vapes, $5. What's up, Mr.JustRight? Vapor DNA, we're selling them for $4.99 with $25 or more order.
I'm
Thank
still
you for the
presenting, by the way.
What's that?
I said I'm still presenting, by the way.
Yeah, I left you that way for a reason. I'm looking at that tattoo on your head. Oh man!
Dude, look at that.
So I'm just gonna guess. I'm just gonna guess now.
Oh look, it's Pure Sauce McNasty.
Sauce McNasty.
Oh man!
Yo, what are you guys vaping on?
Yeah, what are y'all?
I didn't finish.
And
Oh shit!
You're
Yeah.
fired.
Yeah, go back to Tenacious TX.
Oh, you got it.
Tenacious.
There's
I got-
Tenacious.
Oh,
Inside the OG Goon, I got Venus Vanilla Custard. And then, bam,
camera's off.
bam with the Warrior on it.
oh yeah.
Dude, that looks mint.
Camera's
And
off.
inside the Warrior, I got some Anarchist Pink. But hold on, there's more.
There's more. Oh, you got the detonator.
No. Yes.
Ooh, Yakasha. Boom. Oh,
So
yeah.
gauge.
What is that? Oh yeah, dude.
It's their juice line.
Yo, I have a question. Does M Turk have his?
Oh,
Oh my god! No, you did it. Let me see what's in there. Let me see what's in there.
Show special, bro.
For some reason, Stan isn't showing up for me.
Are you ready for this? B2B V3 and special Cerakote.
Oh my god.
But here's the best part. For no extra cost, you get the. I can't open it.
Dude,
Why didn't you message?
You squeeze the sides. You
This
squeeze
is
the
my
sides.
bad. This is my weak hand. Hold on, I gotta use the. There we go. Inside parts just fell all over the place.
Stan.
Franklin's like, dude, don't be dropping that
Oh
shit.
my
Oh.
It's a Goon
That looks
1.5.
What?
It's a good 1.5.
You're a
You
good
guys-
1.5.
You guys should come up to our hotel room so we can all broadcast together.
It's not a bad idea. Put some pants on.
I have.
Y'all gotta clean up that room,
Are you done with your buffet now, Tenacious TX?
No, I have more.
All right.
Yes, I'm done. I was just showing off for you guys.
Let's move on to. I see something really sexy in Demo's hand. It looks like a flashlight.
So this not the RDA. I have the RDA that comes with it, but this is the Purge Slam Piece and ECC Special Edition.
Damn.
And this is number 2 of 5 of this run, and it is just a beast, dude. It's got a locking feature on it, side fire mech mod, and it's just I'm in a hotel room, so I'm not going to vape it right now, but this is.
How does she hit?
Hard, insanely hard, dude.
I don't believe you. Show me.
I can attest to that. I've actually hit it, and that thing's legit.
Give me a second.
It's a 28
I
millimeter,
can't
right?
stop staring at your glorious forehead tattoo.
Let me just open the door to my balcony.
All right. While we're waiting for this, I'm going to read. We have another donation
Okay.
from David Satek, $10. Hope you had a blessed birthday, Joel, and thanks for bringing us a live show tonight, homie. Thumbs up, triumph, cloud.
Ready?
Oh damn!
Damn.
How's that side fire though? Is it hard to press or is it like a nice press?
It's a short. Oh wait, wrong side. Sorry. Hold on. It's a short, little tiny throw, dude. It's this little tiny.
So it's on the bottom. Okay.
Just a little hair trigger on the bottom
Damn.
of the thing. But there is a locking mechanism. You can just turn the bottom like you can on the grip, and it locks it.
Dude, I'm so freaking jelly right now. I'm itchy all over. I want all the things.
It came with a Carnage and the Carnage cap that goes along with it. So.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I want everything minus the tattoo.
Homeboy himself applied this tattoo to my face.
Did he lick his hand and like press it on your forehead or what?
Let me tell you.
He also blew on my head too.
He applied it in such glorious and sensual fashion, and I recorded the whole thing.
Dude, I can't wait to see the vlog.
Yeah, just wait for the vlog, guys. It's gonna be awesome.
Dude,
now I have to do a vlog.
I'm so jelly right now. I just want to give you all Supreme Stew heads.
All right. Well,
quick question. Quick question.
All right, bye, Demo.
Stan.
I'm gonna be picking up another pair of these pretty soon.
Yeah, what's up?
Stan, you got a vendor's pass or a media pass?
Vendor's pass, bro.
So
And go ahead.
So they let you bring your backpack, right?
Nah.
Even vendors don't get backpacks?
I don't know. I'll try tomorrow, but it's iffy because if I can't get it in, then I got to go back to the hotel.
All right, as an aside, can we get X1s in chat if you want Demo and Poon Sauce to live stream from the restaurant they go to eat at? X1s in chat.
I can't guarantee that.
They're going to the strip club to eat the free buffet.
Yeah, buddy.
Dude, you know where that's at? Is there a free buffet? I'm down.
I'm down too. I'll drive.
They're serving crabs all night long.
No, the X1s are coming in, boys.
And you get to take it home with you too.
And take home.
All right. Dan, let's figure out dinner.
All right, I got to go get some headache medicine out of the room, and yeah. So
headache medicine. I got some for you right here. It's called Nobushi. I just bought it today. It's the first time I've had it. It's an effervescent kind of apple juice. Tastes like flowers and whiskey.
Start cracking this boy open.
Nice.
Have a good
Jaeger. All right. Well, I'm gonna go. So, Stan, why don't you guys just come up to our place? I'm gonna tell Kenny to also do the same thing. So
yeah. Hey, ask Kenny if he finally got in or not. Like, what happened with that? We felt really bad to see that happening.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Kenny was in.
What? Kenny was
in.
in.
Got in after that post. The update.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Stop telling me what to do. Damn it, Demo.
Stan, tell us
what I want.
Tell the audience about your next project. Show them it.
Which one? Did you guys see my?
You heard it here first.
Did you guys see my Instagram? Oh, I didn't post it to Instagram, did I? Hey, I will show you something cool.
Times Vape's got some new news, guys.
Dude, Times Vape always brings cool new stuff to show off. Hold on, I'll find it. I got it in my pocket.
I need a black button for my Dream Trooper immediately.
You saw him?
Yeah.
You saw the black buttons?
Stat. Like, hey, do me a favor, just pick me one up and I'll pay you for it. I need it stat.
Where'd you see black buttons?
On the SwagStew Crew live show from James motherfucking Franklin.
Dude, what did I do with those caps,
James, by the way, I want to tell you right now, Shawnee T, the first thing that came out of his mouth after you ended that show was, he's a natural. You are a natural, my dude.
Thanks, brother.
Check this. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, dude. They're going to want to see this more than what I've got to say.
Oh, come on.
Time out. Wait a minute. That's a matter of opinion.
I want him to say it.
I want him to
All I was going to say is keep an eye out on the Vapestew Crew page, guys. There's going to be more lives going on tomorrow. I'm going to be walking around and showing you guys off some booze, some new juices, whatever pops in my head that I think you guys need to see. I'm going to be showing it to you guys live.
You say you're going to show us some boobs?
By the way, James,
Yeah.
I'll
show you boobs and ass.
I decided I need I know we saw Poon Sauce. He put on a t-shirt for some boobs and some ass. Yeah. I'm kind of interested. Actually, 100%. I want one of those Bogan hookups for sure. The full line, man. I gotta try that shit out.
I got you, dude.
Oh snap!
What
are those?
Yeah. Recurve caps? No.
Oh.
What do they look like?
I think those are caps for the drop solo. Are you a fan of those?
What? These are Reverie caps, bro.
Did I say recurve or reverie?
You said recurve, doucher.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
It's just a little half cap, goes on top of the base. They brought these to the show just to kind of show them off and see what people thought. They're pretty cool.
But yeah, Swags, back to that Bogan's Brew. Look at the cool little bag they throw in.
Dude.
Get the Bogan's Brew bag.
I gotta try that Coulon cola.
The 6 and Out, Chris Schneider, Overdrip, as you guys know him in the Discord server, told me to try this stuff. And dude, you were totally on point. This stuff is phenomenal. The Coulon cola, dude, you actually get the fizziness on the inhale of like a Coke, dude. It's legit. And then what else we got? We got one more. We've got the Fair Dinkum, which is like a fruit medley.
Dude, I need it.
Fair Dinkum.
What else they throw in here? Oh, and I got a Bogan Cozy, dude.
Oh, hell yeah.
Check that out. I know what I'm drinking.
It has a mod on it.
Yeah.
Now you have to talk like...
Is that a Reverie on top of that mod?
Oh,
like
did you guys appreciate him calling me a fucking cunt?
Yeah. Not a filthy. You're a filthy casual, but you're not a filthy.
He didn't want to say filthy though. He's like, well, dude, no, you're not filthy. You're just a fucking cunt. Yeah. It's like, oh, all right, I'll take it.
Hell yeah.
It's a term of endearment.
Yeah, absolutely.
He loves his he loves those.
Good deal, guys. Thank you guys for sharing all that information with us. We greatly appreciate it. Know that everybody can't be there like some of you guys, but hey, it is what it is.
Hey, like Swaggins said in the live, I'm here, so you don't have to be.
I really want to be there. I'll be honest with you.
I know, dude. I honestly wish all the Stooges and Omies could be here because it'd be epic, man. Just to be walking around with the big old crowd through the show, it'd be pretty cool, man, for sure.
Supposedly, there's a pool party tonight.
Yes.
The Bogan Beach Bash.
The Bogan, does he have his own Airbnb or something?
No, it's a pool at the DoubleTree, bro.
It's at our hotel.
Oh, damn, dude.
It's gonna be popping.
Is Poon Sauce sleeping in the tub?
we haven't quite figured it out yet.
That's
something we're gonna be swimming with Demo.
We're happy.
Man, y'all have a wonderful night. Be careful though, guys. Whatever y'all do, just be super
man.
careful.
All right, bro. See y'all later, guys.
Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by.
Friends.
Hi, buddy. Hope you find her dad.
Very interesting.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. We just wanted to have a couple people pop in, and like we said, we're not at ECC, but we wanted to bring a little ECC to everybody here that couldn't be there, which just makes me have FOMO even more, to be honest. So it's great to see them, but I'm really jealous because I'd love to be there, but I couldn't get there in time. I just got back from I was traveling the UK and Belgium, Germany, and the Netherlands. I took pictures of every vape shop that I saw. I tried to go into them and talk to the people, but they didn't speak English very well. I mean, in England they did, of course. But I mean, you go in there, you see what they have to sell. It's funny because a lot of the UK vape shops didn't have a ton of smoke products or smoke products, however you pronounce it. Had a lot of like random stuff, and I was like, that's pretty cool. And a lot of them had really big lounge areas with lots of couches. I was like, I'd like to see a lot more of that in my general area. A lot of the places that I go into, it feels like a dentist's office. So you go up, you tap the little thing, the little iPad. It's very impersonal. You talk to the dude says, cool, what do you want to get? Are you gonna buy something? Yeah. All right, cool, let me help you with that. That's great. All right, now are you gonna buy something? All right, I don't want to talk to you about vape stuff. You're going to buy something. And then after the fourth buy something, I usually leave. And I say, you know what, I think I'll order something online instead.
Good luck paying your rent this month.
Yeah,
man, I've always had the idea with the proper financial backing, opening up a vape shop that was like the Apple experience in one of your major cities. You know, that was just where you go in and you go for experience, not so much as to actually buying something,
Absolutely.
but you go for the experience in which you have in that store. And if you've ever, like, I know a lot of people have walked into the Louis Vuitton store or the Gucci store or the Coach store. You may not be able to afford nothing in that place, but you want to go see what it's about. You know, you want to experience that. And I think that, you know, a vape shop should have the same kind of feel and vibe to it as well, you know, and you're going to have to be placed in the right area, but I think it would do very, very well, especially in some of your more upper class neighborhoods, you know, that expect to have that kind of storefront in their community. And kind of give the about face to vaping too, the stigma that goes along with it, that when people walk in there, it's, you know, people with tattoos and big old frisbees in their ears and one hanging out of their lip as well and all that other stuff. You know, not that there's anything wrong with it, but it changes the perception and persona that we've been given, you know, to say, okay, well, here we go. This is a classy environment. Everybody in there is wearing a button up and a tie. The ladies are in dresses or, you know, proper business attire, and you get treated with the utmost respect, you know, and you get treated as if you're the only person in that store your entire time of being there, or you feel that way anyway.
Just as an aside, and to kind of go off track a little bit, like kind of backtrack a little bit, M. Gunther in chat said he sanded down the paint on his Black Warrior and the resistance is on point. If anyone needs help, let him know. So, I mean, that's worth knowing. I mean, otherwise, it's like, I don't know what parts. Maybe the posts is where he sanded it down, maybe like a emery board or something like that, and it's just the coating that was causing the resistance jump. I mean, that might be worthwhile for you to you know, hit him up for more information. But yeah, back to your point, Joel, you know, it's like, it would be cool to see different experiences, not to have the same experience in every vape shop, but to have different types of vape shops for every type of vapor. What I loved about the vape stew when I first started watching it myself as a consumer, right, is that you had a whole eclectic crew. You had the guy with the tats and the gauges and Daily Vape TV, who's a super nice guy. He's an awesome dude, super approachable. But you wouldn't know, because if you're not into that kind of culture, you'd look at him and you probably profile him. Then you have, you know, Mr.JustRight 1, who's very, you know, upfront and forward, but, you know, like truthful, and you get that knowledge, and, you know, all right. So it's like you get a different aspect there. And then you get Tenacious TX Vapes, and then you get Demo with his polo and his button-ups and whatnot. That's where I was like, all right, well, this is an eclectic kind of transition, because most of the time when I was going to vape shops was after I was getting out of work and I had a, you know, a button-up shirt on and some slacks and some boots or whatever, and I walk in there and they look at me, the vape shops, they look at me and they're like, they're profiling me, like, who's this guy in his you know, his button-up shirt. It's like, I'm wearing a vape shirt and a flat a snapback. It's like, but I can see with the vapes too. There's an eclectic mix of different types of people that all love vaping, and that's what it should always be about. It's like you should be able to go into a vape shop and just feel welcome as part of the fam, not have a certain, like, vaping just need to have a certain billboard kind of image. It's like it's anybody who isn't smoking cigarettes, right?
Yeah.
Aziz, what is the vape shops like in your area?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay, so the vape shops here in Kuwait are like you're going to not a supermarket. Oh God, it's like there's just a counter, a bunch of juice. They put everything new in front of that glass counter so you can see what is new, basically, and they have a bunch of uh, I don't know how to say it correctly, but a bunch of shelves at the background with the whole juices and like labels saying this is desserty, this section is dessert, this section is candy. But the only thing that I'm not into, first of all of us know the vape community is like a family. It doesn't matter how you look, it doesn't matter what you wear, it doesn't matter what language you speak. As long as you're not smoking, you're a part of that family.
Hell yeah.
And what I'm really trying to push here in Kuwait is some of the vendors. I would like to see like one of the shops have a vape lounge, just a bunch of couches, some coffee tables where the regular customers or someone who's just transitioned from analog cigarettes to vaping, that would get that not customer to consumer experience. It's like the regular guy, consumer to consumer. Okay, I just switched to vaping. What do you think I should buy? You're not going to go to the salesman. Basically, he's gonna try to sell you something that wouldn't or would closely resemble a cigarette, but since there are consumers in the shop sitting at the lounge, they have a lot of experience and they bought a lot of gear, so they know, okay, this guy just transitioned to vaping. Maybe a pod system would fit him best because he's used to that uh, draw of a cigarette. He wouldn't get for example, an MTL RTA. He doesn't know how to rebuild,
Yeah, so you're saying that the consumers as well help with the sales of the devices, and that's
Exactly.
I think that's something that goes everywhere because I've seen it firsthand. I've seen some shops that kind of frown on that. Whenever a fellow consumer is like, "Hey, man, I had really good experience with this one, or really good luck with this one." That's something I like to see in the community. Everybody helping each other, and with all the Facebook groups and forums that are out there, and Discord chats, man. Like if you have a question about anything, somebody has an answer for you, and that's probably one of my thing I pride the most on the Stooges and the Vape Stew is, man, like we have from Aziz, where everything is on the upper echelon to the beginning vapor. Like you have a full range of people in there from all different walks of life that can advise you and tell you, hey, yes, I'm interested in this, or yes, I'm interested in this. And then you also have the professional aspect of a designer, of Stan, who actually does, whenever something's going to be released and we just get tease photos of it, we can start breaking it down and analyzing it from our experiences as to what we think it was inspired by or how we think it may perform. And that's again, that's something I'm probably the most proud of when it comes to the vape stew and the stooges that follow as well. Just the wide range of knowledge and the willingness to share that information. Like if we had a bad experience or something, we're quick to tell people, hey, yeah, don't buy that one, brother. That bitch sucks. Don't buy
Yeah,
that one.
dude. That's what's great about getting plugged in. And so if you're here already and you're not a part of the Vape Stew crew, check us out on Facebook. Get plugged in. It took me forever. It took me watching the stew for a while and hearing, the Stooges stories, hearing specifically Mr.JustRight's story about like how he sat back and he watched and he was a part, and he wanted to be a part and he yearned to be a part. I mean, it's great to get plugged in because then you have instant access like to friends and family, friends who become family who can tell you anything. It's like, all right, well, how best to spend your money in a sense, because we're all spending money here. We all love vaping. We want to buy vape products. We want to buy juices, e-liquids rather. And so, for me, it's been really beneficial because I've met people that are not only work for companies or know companies or own companies, that can put me on the right path to best invest my money on something that makes me enjoy the experience of not smoking cigarettes and loving and furthering my love for the vape industry. And excuse my hands because there's a little bit of Italian in my gene pool, and I love to use my hands to explain things.
You should have just did the whole exits.
I can't. We'll save that for the end of the show.
Shout out to Todd Black. Hashtag Stooge Fam and the Omies, definitely the most welcoming group of people in the vape community, in my opinion. Man, well, thank you for that. We greatly appreciate that. We try to be as welcoming and opening as possible. Man, who are we? We're all somebodies, and I hope that really resonates with everybody to know that everybody is a somebody. Like, we're no different than the average Joe. Some people said, hey, man, I'm just chilling, got to go to bed early morning tomorrow. Well, guess what? I got to work tomorrow too, guys, and that's a rarity. And it's hot in Texas right now. It's the last thing I wanted to do tomorrow is get up and go to damn work. But I'm going to get up and go to work anyway. So,
Yeah.
Thanks again, Todd Black. We greatly appreciate that.
That being said, Todd Black, the vape community. So there's a lot going on in the vape community right now. There's a lot of drama because, like, this is the thing, in vape community, like in any community, you have things that distract you from ultimate goals, like of advocacy, right? And focusing on the support for flavors, right? Because you have a lot of stuff that's slipping under the radar. And we have an uphill battle, and it's continuously uphill, right? Sometimes we get a small victory that gives us that extra endurance to continue the fight. But we have a lot of drama going on in the community, and one of those dramatic kind of events is this whole made in China versus made in America argument. I know that I certainly have my opinions on it. I know that you have some insights, Joel, and I actually am interested to start with this kind of thing that I'm ramping up to, this topic. Aziz, I'm interested to hear what your perspectives are, not being from America and just understanding America as a country and China as a country. What do you think about all this stuff going on with, all right, well, made in America, or manufactured in America or designed in America versus these companies that are saying they're made here, but they're really made in China. Like, why can't China be, a good product? So what's this stigma, if you will, with it is saying made in China on it and all this drama that you've probably read about, Aziz? Maybe you can speak to.
Yeah. First of all, I don't care if it's made of in China or made in the US, as long as you say it's made there. For example, I've used the Reload X RDA. I love the Reload X. It's actually dethroned one of my favorite RDAs of all time, which is the Dead Rabbit. But I couldn't explain or tell you the pricing. $70 on this RDA is way too much, in my opinion. And second of all, when you see, for example, the Warrior, the Reverie, they're made in China, but they are made well. I'm talking about immaculate machining. There's no burrs, spurs, nothing.
So that brings up a good point, Aziz. What makes a Chinese Addy that's made in China, right? And they just say it's made in China and it's $70. And like it used to be that you had to download an app in order to buy it. Hi, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Hello, Michelle.
Hey, I was just being nice and quiet and not being rude and interrupting.
No, not at all. It's good to have you here.
Chime
This
in.
is Michelle Lynn Duldime from Duldime Mods Not For Sale. If you guys don't know about Duldimes, well, she'll tell you about them a little bit. Hey, Michelle, what's going on?
Hey guys, yeah, Duldime mods are not for sale. You can't get one, and that's it.
Oh,
Sorry.
fair
Have
enough.
to be chosen.
Yeah,
No,
which is pretty cool.
well, or it's like Field of Dreams. If you build it
They will come.
and you have yourself a mod, no, you just have yourself a mod, and now you can vape it because you built
Yeah.
it. So, isn't that how the movie went?
Yeah, that's pretty much. And Kevin Costner was there, and he was really handsome back in the day.
And he was like building mods, and he built himself a mod, and he's like, cool.
he
I
made
got a
them out
mod.
of corn cob.
Yes,
First mods ever made back in the 80s.
that's right.
So back to the point, though, it's like, all right, well, if it's made in China, they say it's made in China. It's the same materials, it's the same manufacturing process. It's $70. All right, well, the Warrior, made in China. They say it's made in China, okay? Same materials, same process, $30 or whatever. Why the disparagement in price?
Well, first of all, I can't explain that because when they released the first batch of the Reload X, they made a small batch. Maybe that's the reason it was priced at that range. But when you're talking about, for example, Watofa or Times Vape, they mass produce. I'm talking about the first batch.
Okay.
The first batch goes to close to 10,000 on the serial number.
So Reload, they're like a smaller company then. So it's like it's more. I mean,
And maybe that's the reason, but when we're talking about the machining, I can't see any difference. But the problem is, as I've said, when you say that this company makes this product in the US, and all of us know, even me who's not in the US, the US machining costs a lot of money.
You're not in the U.S.
No.
Really?
are you getting sensual, Michelle?
Piccadilly Circus.
Possibly.
I'm in the UK.
He's in the UK. He's in London.
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's just I've never heard that accent in England. That's all.
Yeah, London, Kuwait.
London, Kuwait. Got it. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Going back, so when you say, for example, this RTA, this is the Apothecary Churchill Rta. This is made in Canada, so this has a big price on this RTA. I can understand that, and I've after the whole fiasco of Armageddon and that kind of thing, I went back and checked, and they are made in Canada. That's why I can I can understand the high pricing, but when you say this is made in the USA and someone finds out that it's partly made in the USA, that puts a whole distrust stain on that company.
Yeah.
Don't deceive your customers. You all of the companies have loyal customers. Don't ride on that loyalty. Just say if you know that you have a hardcore following, just say the truth.
And here's the deal too. It's almost like a war on two fronts. And I'm going to make this comment, and then I want to defer to Joel because I know he's just like literally like a treasure trove of information and wisdom with regard to all this subject matter. But for me, it's like, this stuff matters. And so I don't want to say like, the bigger fight that matters is the fact that we need to be all on a unified front talking about fighting for vaping, right? Because that matters, but it's like a stump speech in the sense of it also matters that we want to hold our companies to a higher standard, to have to be honest and say, you know, what I'm selling is what I'm selling and not lie about it. You know, we're not in a position to need to worry about stuff like this and be discussing it because I mean it's the hot topic right now. The hot topic continues to be and will continue to be supporting vaping and ensuring that vaping exists for smokers that want to transition and vapors alike who don't want to have to go back to tobacco or tobacco related products, you know, in the near and distant future. So it's like it's a two-sided argument. It's like, all right, well, this is important. But just as much as advocacy is important, but does advocacy trump that? Should we always talk advocacy all the time, or does it matter to discuss these types of things? But anyways, I mean, Joel, what are your thoughts on all this stuff?
My thoughts on it, man, if you tell the truth from the beginning, you ain't ever got to go back and correct it. Therefore, we're never going to be deterred or we're never going to be distracted from the main fight at hand, which always supersedes everything in my book, and that's going to be advocacy, fighting the FDA, standing up for what we believe in, fighting for something in which we feel adamantly about. And that's just not with vaping. That's with everything you do in life. You know what I mean? Don't say one thing and then do something else. Go ahead.
I mean, for Americans, many Americans, you know, if they had a choice, they would buy something made in the U.S. versus something made elsewhere. I think that that's almost a given. But the fact is that, you know, even with as little as we pay for, you know, some people with their minimum wage is really low in some areas, we still can't compete, you know, with countries that are, you know, socialized. And I'm not saying anything against that. I have no problem with that. But the fact is, they're different economies, and that's where tariffs are supposed to, you know, balance the playing field. But the fact is that people don't want the playing field balanced. They want it so that they can buy their mod from China and they can buy it really inexpensively. You know, so it's like the prices have become, I guess, deflated for lack of a better term, because we're so used to paying prices for Chinese labor and Chinese materials. Wow. And we've gotten out of the habit of paying for things that are made here, and we just can't compete on that level.
Disparagement creates competition, which in essence is the equation for capitalism. So it's like,
so let me throw the monkey wrench in the whole deal here. So go to one of those machines that is sitting in the United States manufacturing a piece of hardware.
Yeah.
Where was that machine made at?
It depends. It depends. I know, like, where my dad used to work, you know, like he was a welder and they had all kinds of machine shop tools. You know, a lot of that machinery is made in the U.S. still, but it's, you know, really, really, really expensive. And, you know, it's the kind of stuff that, you know, you take giant loans to even pay for. So,
well, I know that nowadays with the electronics that are being ran on these CNC machines, all them boards are being made in China. I don't care what nobody says. It's like they're made in China.
Apple realizes the issue. They have a phone that they're proud to have, you know, designed.
You're talking about your dog, or?
No, I'm talking about a phone right now.
Oh, okay.
Shut
sorry.
up. So, you know, they make an iPhone and they design it in California, but in order to sell it at a price that, you know, a human can afford, they have to have it made in China. So, I mean, I think it's just the way the world has turned. We're never going to go back to the way it was, you know, and I think that at some point in the future, we have to go to a global economy. And wait, why am I being so serious tonight? Jesus Christ.
What's going on right now?
God,
that's going to happen when you spoke on tariffs, balancing things out. You know, right now, a lot of the Chinese manufacturers are really concerned about an imposed or proposed tariff of 25% import tax. Well, right now it sits about 2.5%.
But the thing is this.
Happens, your mods, your atomizers that you're buying at $30 will no longer be available for $30.
Well, because they're not swallowing the costs. They're businesses. They could give a shit. They you know, they'll raise the price on us. But the thing is about tariffs is tariffs work if they're instituted, you know, consistently from the beginning of that departure point, you know, like where we are jobbing things out and we try, but you can't just take a tariff that we've had for a while and they're used to in that, you know, those economics of scale, and then suddenly, you know, jack them up. And now you're talking about a different story altogether. I mean, you know, yeah, they have their place, but in this case, they don't work because, you know, you can't throw this Band-Aid on once the sore is fucking festered. It's not going to do shit.
And you know, there's a lot of changes coming for China in the vape industry. I don't know if anybody picked up on the article or read on the article, but China is approved a standard for their vaping, like a standardized standard that all manufacturers are going to have to abide by. You know, and that's what is that going to do for the end consumer? That's just going to raise the quality of products in which you're getting. But when you start raising that level of quality, not saying that the quality is not there now, but when everybody has to abide by it, some of these smaller companies are going to fall off because they're not going to be able to afford to keep up with that standardized vaping that China is proposing. And what's that going to do? That's going to give China the credit that they've been due for a long time. It personally makes me two flips if it's made in the U.S. or if it's made in China or if it's made in Bangladesh or if it's made in Brazil. As far as I'm concerned, if
it's
it
a
vapes,
different
it vapes.
It's a different example though, Joel. Like, so, you know, whether it's made in what country or not on a factory, you know, line, you're fine with it. But at the same time, let's say, you know, you're looking at something that's handmade, you know, by a person. I guess it's still the same rule applies. You don't care where it's from, but like you wouldn't mind getting a mod from China if it was like this one dude building mods. That would still be special.
Well, I've seen it both ways. I've seen mods that are handmade mods by one individual or by a small team individual, small batches that don't perform, and then I've seen small batches that really outshine and really perform really well.
Yeah.
Honestly, the point to me is just be truthful ahead of time, you know, and then if you are truthful from the get-go, you ain't got nothing to worry about in the long run. But when you start off with deception, you must maintain that deception. And if at any given point in time you ever drop that off, people are going to eat you up on that. You've now lost your credibility.
Are you talking about something specifically? Because I'm not sure. You know, are you talking about a mod that's made?
No,
you know, they say it's here.
Yeah, when somebody says it's made somewhere and it's not. If you told me it was made in China and I bought a thing that's made in China and it was made in the U.S., I'm still going to call you a liar.
Yeah, because you are.
You're lying. I mean, it doesn't make a shit what country it was made in. Is the fact that you lied to me. You know, don't deceive me.
I guess the underlying thought here is that like China means subpar quality, but think about Apple products.
But it doesn't.
Like you mentioned, it doesn't. It's high quality shit. It's cost of labor and it's cost of material, right? And so they just happen to manufacture it there. China could be a subsidiary or a territory of the U.S., and somehow that would mean it's better. And you want to walk into patriotism, or you want to walk into jobs at home, and it's like it's not about that. It's just that it's a common misconception that China means subpar quality because they make so much and they mass produce. I mean, if it weren't for China, everything would be ridiculously expensive. So it's like it's a good product if it's a good product. This Warrior, I'm loving it so far. Good product. The Reveries I have, made in China as well as the Warrior, good products. Okay, it's like I have a Purge mod right here that was gifted to me. It's a good product. Like, is it any different or any better or worse? I mean, it's just like it's nice to have one of these because it has a specific style of a switch or whatever that I like, and it's got a great name on it, you know. But this was made in China, and this supposedly, you know, and this isn't. It's like I have a Dreamer right here, LE, very expensive, limited edition. I mean, why can't it be? It's
I mean,
like
and the machining on the Dreamer, or at least on my black one,
it's
is
great.
immaculate. Honestly, it really is. It's immaculate.
Where do you want to buy your stuff from, and what price do you want to pay? You know, it goes to the high end, low end market kind of thing. It's like at the end of the day, there's so much available. It's like I've been vaping so long that I remember when buying a clone still was high end because Authentics. Like I have a Haze clone, I have a K-Fun clone. I mean, I have stuff that as clones, they are machined really well. They're solid. They're quality from circa 2015 or whatever. It was when things were really expensive because there wasn't a lot of it. So you bought a clone, and the clone was still more expensive than most of these addies that we have available to us today. And what do you have there, Joel?
The Recurve by Woltofo and Mike Vapes. Man, this is a solid little device. It is a banger. It looks really expensive, like a high-end mod. Like, man, that thing's got to cost a fortune. It's probably one of the most affordable single battery squonks on the market today. I mean, it's super, super affordable, super ergonomic, aesthetically pleasing. Everything about it is there, man. I really, really enjoyed this mod right here. And I'm going to put my can't tell you about device back on top of it because I really enjoy vaping it.
Tell us more about that.
I wish I could in due time.
Yeah, brother.
Man, where it's made, it doesn't really matter. It's sad to see that it's become a daisy, like a snowball effect. We started with one, and now we're two, and then there's somebody else trying to throw somebody else under the bus. Man, just stand up for yourself and stand up for what your company. Don't throw somebody else under the bus or another company under the bus. Stand up, take your blows, and keep on moving. And how you bounce back is going to be an attestament to your company and your quality and your morals and your values and so forth. But that's just a whole. I know Stan's gonna be like, dude, you can't talk about that shit on the stew politics, but that's what's wrong with this whole damn country right now, man. The biggest issue is the accountability. If somebody lies to us and we call them out on it, then we call them out on it. We hold them accountable for that.
I don't feel like that's in this country right now. I feel like lying has become the fucking standard, and no one gets fucking like it's like to just lie.
Nobody's held accountable.
Yeah. No. Okay. Sorry. Am I arguing the same thing now? My bad.
No. At least give us a name, Mr. Just Right one. Man, I can't right now. I'm under an agreement, guys. Like they're gonna take care of that. As soon as they give me the green light, though, I promise you, man. I want to tell you.
You signed an NDA, right?
Yeah.
So he can not only get in trouble, he can stand to lose his contract. Like it's not worth it.
Yeah, trust me, I want to tell you guys about it. I really do. Man, let's give a shout out to Fagan. That's somebody somebody like, man, Joel gave a shout out to Fagan. Man, the guys released 2 products back to back on top of each other.
Yeah, dude.
What is your thoughts on that, man?
My thoughts are he's an awful salesman because he is so demonstrative of himself. What's the word? The word is self-deprecating, I guess. Like he literally is underselling the shit out of it and talking. It's like basically not being proud of it, and it's hurting him. And I see that being something where he's just like, you need to stand by your product, dude. Whether you think it's like if you're not truly 100% into something, then okay, don't fucking do it then. But outside of that, like his 2 products, nobody, the Nada is like actually, from what I hear, okay. It's actually pretty okay.
Yeah, people are really enjoying it.
That's what I'm saying. And he's undersold the shit out of it. And so all I've heard from him is it's awful. But the more that I consume, the more that I watch and hear other people's opinions on it, the more that I'm hearing, okay, it's good. But I'm also reluctant because I'm like, all right, well, the person who made it is saying it's awful. But the people that are around him that are his friends or know him or associate with him are saying it's good. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. If you sell something that you believe in and you're proud of, it's like, I don't think that he's not proud of it or he believes in it. I think that he's just like afraid of.
Do you don't think it's part of a sales tactic of his own to say, hey, man, it sucks. I don't go buy it. And then people are going to like, well, fuck, I'm going to go buy it just because he said it sucks. You don't think that's a sales tactic in itself?
I mean, knowing Fagan, I don't know. Maybe he's shrewd enough to do that. But knowing Fagan, it just seems like it's Fagan, man. It's like, it just seems like he's worried about people hating it. And he's worried about the feedback. So he'd rather set the bar low for himself by then in turn basically screwing himself by saying it's awful. And not speaking up for it, not standing by it.
Dude, let's talk about the awful naming of those products.
He likes acronyms.
I'm sorry, it's horrendous. Okay, I can understand the whole.
I hope you don't kill me on my name. Shit, now you got me scared to say the name.
I can understand the whole not another dripping atomizer thing, but the one with is it Ogvape, the second one, or
TFC? Yes,
dude, that is one awful name. I don't know if it's a sales tactic to make.
I forgot which name are you referring to?
TFC.
Yeah, bottom, top, flavor cloud, RDA.
Yeah, something like that. It's
God, that is one awful name.
Do you think it's because of the language barrier? I mean, you're someone that speaks multiple languages.
No, I wouldn't say it's because of language barrier,
No.
because I would be all over their tail on something like, look, man, I done told you I'm not putting my name on. And honestly, that's why my project has been held up for so long, because we come to a crossroads on a naming issue. Like, nope, no, we would just want, well, I'm good. Y'all go ahead. Well, I'll sit back over here and watch that happen. But, you know, once they understand and get a comprehension of it, like, you know, why you want to name something, I'm not just really going to write his name off, you know, like I think that if that's his naming, then so be it. You know, that's what he wanted to name it. And it's like your kid, you know, when you have a kid, some of your neighbor may not like what you named your kid, but if you named your kid, I mean, it's your baby. If your kid gets picked on in school because you named your boy Susan, you know, that's on you.
You might have some responsibility in that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh man. Or Leslie. Yeah, my wife's chiming in now. You want to come join us too? Come on, just come sit on my lap. We'll talk about the first thing that comes up.
Come on in, there's space. Dude, I say that all the time. People are like, what? I'm like, it's a joke.
Yes. So you got your warrior, and I know you probably got some of these in it.
Yeah, dude, I did. Well, I didn't get that case.
No,
I got the my warrior box is in the closet right now. But yeah, dude, I noticed I got 2 of those, and they had the little shoelace in the end.
Did you like it?
I think it's great because for people like me, who I've actually gotten a lot better at wicking since I started hanging out with other vapors all the freaking time, and they started telling me, dude, stop it. It's therapeutic. I've enjoyed wicking, but for the sake of those, now my question is to those, like, what's the minimum inner diameter that those will fit through? Like a 1.5 millimeter?
All right, good question. I guess I need to test it and find out.
Yeah, I mean, the question should be, what's the largest coil it'll fit into? Because if it's smaller, you know, you can always kind of rub it like this.
3 millimeter.
And oh my god, you can. I don't want to say this because it's such as that's what she said. You can remove some of the cotton to make it smaller so that it fits into smaller, coils. Yeah, but you're not going to make it bigger. So the question should be, what's the largest it fits in? And it's 3. So anyway.
Yeah. And what I was really impressed with is that, these look really pretty, these juggernauts, because I have these still on my desk.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, they come with juggernauts. I've never vaped a juggernaut, but like I have them on my desk because I fully intend to throw them into something to try them out. But everything else is in the box, which I'm getting a puppy on Sunday. My wife
I heard you're having a baby.
Yeah, my wife and I are having a fur baby. We're picking up a pug puppy on Sunday.
You got a pug?
Yeah, brother.
Why in the world would you buy a pug?
Yeah, you want to know?
He wanted a big and vicious dog. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. You want to know what his name is too? And I promise you that I came up with this name like way before I knew any of the Stooges.
Oh shit!
It's Stanley.
That is.
That's peculiar as hell, right there, brother. But seriously, why would you pick up a pug, dude? I've never understood the fascination people have with pugs.
If you stare at a pug,
just freaking smashed in their face or something.
If you stare at a pug long enough, you fall in love with them. But it's the temperament. They're comedians. They're like Velcro dogs. They love the shit out of you. They're really good for like small apartment living. And I live outside of Boston, and it's really expensive to live here.
Boston.
So. You could have bought a gerbil. You could have bought a hamster.
No, I wanted a dog, bro.
You could have bought a turtle.
I told him you can buy a stuffed dog. That'll be way better.
All right. So the moral of this story wasn't to rip on me for getting a pug. Okay. Sometimes you got to make your wife happy. And to be honest, I was going to get a mini schnauzer. And
Swaggins, I'm not judging you, man. Whatever kind of dog you want.
But no, I'm not judging me either. I'm absolutely.
I fully support it.
Thank you very much.
This is, of course, coming from the woman that has 4 like little rats that run around her floor. So
Apple, Buddy, Friendship, and Rainbow, right?
You had 2 of them, and I think you know the other 2.
Yeah,
I mean, how you could
Itsy.
And you can't. Did you forget Apple, or did you say her that one?
I said Apple, Buddy.
Oh,
Itsy Bitsy, and then Stan.
You said friendship.
Almost,
Friendship and Rainbow, yeah.
So I don't even have a damn dog, guys.
Nina. You don't even have a dog in your
Nina's my cat.
All right, thanks, Frank freaking Wolf. You totally threw me under the bus there. Kneepad Swaggins names his dog Stanley. Thank you, enters other game. Welcome to Canada, where we apologize for everything.
Hey,
So real quick, do y'all
that's not
think that
just
Demo
Canadians.
had his knee pads on when he got that tattoo on the top of his forehead? I was trying to look at the
I'm
angle
pretty
of
sure
it,
he was on
kind
his
of
knees.
where it was at, like.
Absolutely. And you know what? Everybody wears knee pads at one point in their life. It's just, whether or not you fit into those knee pads. And I fit into my knee pads perfectly. In fact, I have a brand, actually a line of knee pads. They're called lucidrda.com knee pads. You can get them right now. There's a discount code if you join the Vape Stew Crew Facebook group, but you're going to have to answer the questions or else we're not going to let you in. Thank you very much. And on to-
Good deal, good deal. We're running up on 10:32. Is there any other subjects y'all want to touch on before we cash out of here?
Actually, there was. Oh man, hold on. Give me like 2 seconds because there was something I did and now I can't remember what it was.
Aziz?
Tell you
Hey.
the truth, I have nothing.
I have a question.
Okay.
So, vaping with Ken, whom I miss dearly, I want to get in here for a few minutes because I know people would appreciate it, and I'd love to chat with
Hell
him.
yeah.
The thing is that he's having issues, so if there's a way that you can add him, Joel, to the call, I posted his email, so you can add him. He's having an issue because he's doing it on his phone. If you can do that, then I can kill time while you figure it out.
I thought you were tech support, dude.
I've had a couple of apple juices and I'm just relaxing right now, and I'm not the host, so I don't know if that's the reason why I can't find the feature to add somebody, but
that could be.
Outside of that, Michelle Lynn Duldimes, she has an album called Villamod.
Whoa!
And it's actually really good. I don't want to plug it too much, but I know that not only does she make mods, but she plays music, and she's a sweetheart, and you get to hang out with her on the reg with us and talk about funny things and things if you're in the Discord. Outside of that,
my music also, if you do get a chance to check it out, it's just Michelle Lynn, no spaces, 1L and Michelle.bandcamp, and the money that I get from selling that album all goes to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So if you are interested, and you want to check it out, the money is all going somewhere really good, and it's needed. And Clown says only only the host can add people.
Yeah, there you go. So Joel can add people. I kind of want to talk about my favorite Addy at the moment, but before I do that, I'd love to ask Aziz, aka Kuwaiti what's your favorite Addy at the moment?
My favorite Addy at the moment. Well,
that's easy.
For a long time, it used to be the Dead Rabbit, but now it's the Reload X.
And why?
And just I was saying that I've falling in love with the OG drop. I forgot how good it vaped. Dude, I have too many Addies. That's the problem.
I tell you, man, I hear you.
I lost an Addy, and I'm sick about it.
Which one?
My black recurve. I'm pretty PO'd about that one.
Damn it! All I got is I'd send you mine, but it's a gunmetal.
What's wrong with it?
What's wrong with it? It's gone.
Oh, it was one of the ones taken by the TSA?
Ken!
Oh! Hey!
Oh my God.
Mr. Fiefdom.
Dreams do come true. Brother, what are you vaping on?
What am I vaping? Can you hear me first up? I don't know.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
no, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Do I sound good? Do I sound sexy? Do I look sexy?
You always sound and look sexy, my dude.
So I'm actually rocking the Drop Dead.
Hell yeah! So we have somebody who can talk about it other than Joel.
Yeah, I picked it up right before I popped into the stream.
Awesome. So what are your first thoughts?
Love the deck. Love the build deck.
All right.
Grab the drop, so I like the build deck.
Yeah.
It's actually not too bad. It's more of a restricted vape than what I thought it would be.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's directional, but it's got little holes.
Yeah, I think that's like the improved air. That's like kind of like the Dead Rabbit 1.5.
Okay.
But I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, flavor's good.
Oh, dude, I got some clown skulls in here. It's great.
And so, if you guys don't know Ken, let's just assume some people don't know you in here. You wanna tell us a little bit about you and where people can find you?
Oh, sure. Well, I'm a Capricorn.
This ain't Tinder.
Swipe left on you, sir. But yeah, so all of a sudden I got this weird sound, but
Do you like long walks on a beach?
I like long beaches on walks.
Yeah, that's almost like the same thing, but backwards. It's awesome. It just killed my mind. All right, so he's got a dead. You got the drop dead. You're enjoying it. What's it on top of?
It's on top of the drag because right now it's the only pod that I have that can handle a .09.
Oh, so it's rowdy.
Yeah.
And those are clown coils.
Tricore, two clappings there.
Oh hell yeah! What juice is in there?
Coil butter.
Coil butter. What flavor is that?
So this one's called G Cake, and it's a guava cake.
Interesting. That's really interesting, actually.
Yeah, that is. Because you hear so many different juices with like basically the same juice. That is definitely unique.
Yeah, without a doubt. Is it like cool? Like, because I found that guava vapes for the audience, right? If you haven't vaped a lot of juices, you've never vaped guava or never eaten a guava. Like when I vape guava juices, it almost feels like culotta to me. I don't know if I'm just weird. Maybe the panel can speak on that. But when I vape,
you're weird. But go ahead with what you were going to say because that's different.
I am weird, that's for sure. But basically, like when I vape a guava flavored juice, I feel like the cooling effect. And I found that, like, I thought it was just like, if you told me there wasn't culotta in it, I'd be like, no, you're fucking lying to me right now. But
really?
The guava to me cools. It feels cooling.
Huh.
Like, I don't know. Ken, does it feel cooling when you vape a guava vape, or is that just me? I have a weird palate.
I think that might just be you, but it could also be the fact that there's the cake element in there too.
Okay.
So it's such a warm vape.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of the cake.
Okay. Sounds good to me, man. I love cake. I love my cake, and I love to eat it too.
I ain't big on guava though, man. That's one of them flavors that's just not in my profile lineup, man.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, I've tried a bunch of guava juices, but for me, the guava is more like a powdery taste.
Okay, that's kind of what I get from like chocolates. I get a very powdery taste from chocolates. Chocolates. But anyways, vaping with Ken. He's on YouTube. He's got a YouTube channel. He reviews stuff, and he works for Artist E-Liquids. Is that what it is?
Artist Liquid Labs, technically.
Yeah. So I mean, he's got a lot of stuff going on. He's one of the stooges. He's been a stooge longer than I have. I've been checking him out. He's got a radio voice. He's got a great personality. He's got jokes. He's got a great head of hair, too, as he's just showing off now.
And he does a very good Rick and Morty.
He does a great Rick and Morty. He does a lot of good impressions. But if you haven't checked him out, he's on YouTube at Vaping with Ken. Thanks for being here, Ken. He's vaping on the Dead Rabbit. I don't know if you've caught some of the stuff we've talked about.
Drop Dead.
We were talking about, he's got the... What did I say?
Dead Rabbit.
You said Dead Rabbit, yeah.
Dude, I don't know what's going on with my brain.
Well, because you're getting a dog, and then getting a dog is like getting a new kid, and then you're thinking about kids and getting and a kid when your wife is pregnant. They used to test
My
rabbits.
wife is pregnant?
No. I'm saying hypothetically, if she was pregnant, they would check to see if she's pregnant by testing her blood on a rabbit. And if the rabbit dies, then she's having a baby, and since you're having a puppy, to see it makes perfect sense.
Michelle, you just reminded me of something. What's your favorite? Actually, not favorite. What are your thoughts on the new Lost Vape pod system that's coming out? A DNA pod system.
It's so good that you asked me that because you know how much I love pod systems.
Yes.
So my opinion is officially, I have no clue because I don't use pod systems. I don't use tanks. I just vape. from RDAs. And speaking of RDAs, I know I'm not getting paid for this, but I freaking love this RDA, and I think that anyone who is thinking about getting an RDA that has lots of airflow but still has plenty of flavor, more than
The
enough flavor.
Reverie.
No, not the Reverie. The Wake Mod Co. Littlefoot RDA. This thing is amazing. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I also still love my TM24, of course. And I also love this, which I just got today from Mr. Grim Green. I finally got my purple Rebel from him, and this thing is pretty kicking. And I just rock it with, wide open. But there's so many great addies on the market right now that it's not even a matter of adapting your vaping style. Like, I don't like the Reverie, not because it's not a great addy. It's just it's too tight for me. I don't like that kind of airflow, And so there are people that like that kind of airflow, and they'll love it.
Totally okay.
Yeah,
Guys, right now something's coming out. I failed to touch on this earlier, and I kicked myself for doing this. And Miss Michelle, you reminded me when you said the Littlefoot Modco RDA.
Mm-hmm.
Aspen Modco. What do you guys think about that? That Ruby Roo's been really plugging hard at that.
Dude,
what is y'all's opinions of that? Did y'all see the pictures?
I just saw that, and
No,
I was
I
like,
haven't.
when someone said Ruby Roo, but they said her real name, right? Which
Well,
I will omit right now.
people know what her real name
I
is.
was like, what? When did this happen? Where have I been? I need to spend less time with my stooges and watch more YouTube because
Is it on Instagram?
didn't see this. Yeah. Well,
she was plugging it hard on her and Nick Green's podcast. Yeah, the Culture of Clouds. She's been teasing a lot about getting out a new mod. She didn't say anything about collabing with anyone. She just said that wait till ECC, basically. When I follow her and her husband on Instagram, and Josh is an amazing guy.
Josh the Hand.
Yeah, he is one of the best guys that takes pictures. I'm talking about professional pictures, and he basically can fix anything. I've seen him do a bunch of stuff on his Toyota SUV, and when he posted a picture of the Aspen mods, they look beautiful. I thought that it was a squonker, but when I read, it's like a parallel box. And
you know what it looks like to me? When I see the mod just from the pictures I've seen, it looks a lot like it's inspired by the old Axis mods. And if you know Miss Ruby Roo, she was a big supporter of the Axis mods. Like, so
I'm pretty sure she still uses her Axis mod like regularly. What's the Gummy Bears one?
Gummy Bear, yeah, that's one of hers. To see that this new line company kind of looks like it's inspired by and kind of carry on that is, to me, that's like the ultimate compliment, to say I really enjoyed that mod so much that I'm going to carry these features over into that. And you see it in the recurve as well. No pun intended on that, but he explained where he got, why he wanted this design and where it came from. So when they do things like that, man, I just really, really enjoy that. I can't wait to get my hands on one of hers if I can afford it. Any word on a price point, guys? Anybody heard anything on that?
I have not, but they look freaking stellar, dude.
We have our correspondent.
Here's the deal. As an aside, I believe anybody who is a vape hobbyist should have at least one Stabwood mod in their collection. Like, you should have one Stabwood mod. For me, it's this beautiful Boost Kodama in solid purple. And I mean, do I use as much as I should? No. Did I get a freaking fantastic deal on it? Yes. I gave away my other two Stabwoods, but like, Stabwoods are just aesthetically very pleasing, and it's really cool to see how people take something that's made out of wood and then mesh it with like mech stuff, like metals and stuff like that, and make it into a mod. I mean, it's really cool to see that. But to go back to the original part of what you asked, is like her addies, her mods rather, look freaking beautiful, and it's like the price point probably going to be like expensive. I'll be honest, but Am I going to buy one? Probably not, because like I said, everybody should have at least one stab wood mod, like a good stab wood. Like, but I'm really interested. I'd love to hold one, use one, and then probably want to buy one if I had it in my hand. To be honest.
But Swaggins does just flat out wood count, or it has to be
Stab wood.
Has to be.
Well, I'm saying you could have a wood mod. I'm not discounting any other type. I'm just saying stab wood is like a Damascus steel kind of like thing.
All right.
You know, for mods.
I'll take my slab of mahogany.
Yeah, you take your slab of mahogany.
I'll take my slab of mahogany, yo.
Well, see, I had one really ultra high end stab wood mod, and that was a Fernway mod, and it was a super, super high, expensive piece. And I ended up gifting that to somebody who I felt was more deserving of it than myself. And then, lo and behold, the Patreons came through and Stooges and got me a Luna. And I use that more than I ever use that Fernway. Like, I would never use that thing because I was like, dude, I'm not tearing up a $2,000 mod.
Damn.
That'd be fucked up. So
yeah, brother.
I rocked the hell out of that Luna. But when I dropped it the first day I had it, I was sick as a dog.
It's almost better that way too, because like it's when you're trying to baby stuff. Like I think that anybody, your audience or panel, you can relate to this. Your phone or whatnot. You know, it's like when you're trying to baby something. It's like that's when you actually drop it. It's like your brain just plays.
Remember that on
subliminal
Sunday,
trick.
Get that puppy.
Yeah, dude, don't drop the puppy. Got it. Like you're trying to be really careful with that phone, and you just like your hand just goes like this. And you're just like, brain, why did you just do that? Literally, you just open your hand up and you're like, really, brain? And your phone just drops on the ground when you're really trying to baby something. Just enjoy it. That's the thing. It's like, I wouldn't condone spending $2,000 on a mod. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the hexomes that are $750 starting. I think.
Yeah, Clown just commented that he has a hexome, and if you're going to get a stab wood mod, that is a really nice one. I do like that a lot.
Yeah. What do you think, Ken? What do you think about like
what do you
spending?
think of the Aspen mod code?
Yeah,
and what do you think of the spending on the stab wood, the high end stuff? What are your opinions?
I don't have a stab wood mod.
All right. What do you think? Have you seen the Aspen mod code?
He genuinely just looked like a turtle with his head going back into his body.
Dude, I love Ken.
Legit.
Ken is like the sun. Go ahead, Ken.
Beautiful. They're almost like I can almost see stab wood mods almost as kind of like a status statement, as it were. So like a little like well, I have a stab wood mod, therefore I am at this status of owning stuff, and like
right.
At the same time, that can take like a year just to buy one.
Right.
Yeah, that just tells you how much money someone has. That's
a really good point. It's almost like
or what they're willing to spend.
It's like wearing a Rolex. It's like somebody. I mean, everybody actually not wearing a Rolex, but wearing like a more obscure. Yeah. Okay, Joel. All right.
It's like stab wood mods, and you got the purge mods, and it's or you have a very, very rare Michelle Lynn mod.
Yeah.
That's a status symbol unto itself.
But I encourage you to drop my mods.
Yeah.
I would never drop your mod. I would like wrap that thing up in like clear silicone rubber.
But you can. That's the thing. It looks better.
So
yeah, but it's like the ultimate status symbol as far as vaping goes. If you get gifted one of those, it's like holy shit.
That's the thing too. A lot of people don't even know that. So it's like,
but that's not dependent on money. That you see what I'm saying? Like if you buy an expensive stab wood mod, that just means that either you have the money for it, or you've saved up long enough to buy it because the vaping is that important to you.
Clown's right. There is affordable stab wood stuff out there. I mean, the Luna is not that expensive.
That's true, and that's a nice mod.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Tariffs is in the building, and I don't know if you know this or not, Swaggins, but that's the guy, one of the JMT Elite from the Warrior project.
Absolutely, I know that, and I have one of your.
I want to make sure you knew that.
Did you just get here, Build-A-Guard? Because I'm rocking one of your mods on a BMI, thanks to the
one
vape
of
god
your
himself.
Eddies.
Yeah. That's what?
He said one of his mods on the BMI.
All right. Well, anyways, guys, you get what I'm saying. I'm actually I have interlocks in here right now, and
what are your thoughts?
I'm enjoying it. Like I was telling Joel in the what is it, SwagStew? The pre-SwagStew line warm up. I was telling him, I was like, dude, I've been sitting here for the last hour adjusting the airflow on this to try and see if it'll be like, if I can make it even better than it already is. And literally, like, I've rocked it at every single hole combination, and I've just stopped at like 3 holes blocked out, because like I could have it completely open. I mean, maybe it's because I have interlocks in here and it's a really rowdy build anyways. I'm only rocking it. It's a 0.17. I'm rocking it at 95 watts, and it's just good. Innovation is, people think that innovation has to be complex. Innovation is making simple things out of things that exist already. That's the innovation that I love. And the fact that you have so many clamp systems that didn't think to do that, and you guys did think of that little thing, and you can just slide them up in there and it pops underneath those clamps, and it's easy install. You screw it down, you vape it. It's delicious. I love the way it looks aesthetically. That's a big deal, right? It's domed on the outside, which matches the domed on the inside. I've never had a dock style tip before, and I actually enjoy the shit out of this. It just looks mean, man. I like it. I like it a lot.
So here's going to really mess with your mind right now. So what I advise you to do is go ahead and bake those coils that you have in there when you're going to go to recoil, and try it in single coil mode.
Try this in yeah, because it does come with a block. Try it in single coil.
Yes. I want to tell you, I'm a single coil junkie, if you don't know. I absolutely love single coils, but definitely try the Warrior in single coil mode. It really does shine in single coil mode as well. So definitely do that if you have one. If you're getting one, try it both ways, but definitely give single coil a shot. You want to really start fine-tuning your airflow, go that route. It's a lot of fun.
There's so much airflow, but it's just the right amount of restrictiveness, even with how much airflow there is, because of those tiny, what are they, like a millimeter each? Those holes, man. I love it, dude. A mosquito could go through them.
There's no need to send me your black recurve, man. Like hell, dude. It ain't nothing for me to send Vodafone message and tell me, hey, I want to buy a recurve, and probably get one, no problem. Don't worry about that, man. I greatly appreciate the offer. They'll pay it forward to somebody else you may know if you really want to partner with it. Somebody who may
black recurve right there. What's that on top of?
Ken. That's on top of the Mach 1 in red and black. New colorways are being released at ECC as we speak. They're actually releasing new colorways for the Mach 1.
What do you think, Ken? Because you could transition to the. I know you did a review on it, but before we talk about that, tell me your thoughts on that.
Dude, so I really like supporting reviewers and people who are in the vaping scene, right? I support Dwayne fully with the Rage, but this edged the Rage off of like my first place. So this is now my first place. The battery life on it's great. It's the slimmest dual 18650 regulated mod that I've come across for squonking.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty innovative with how the bottle fits into the mod itself.
Oh, yeah.
I'm loving it, man. I absolutely love it. It's my daily squonker.
It checked off a lot of boxes for me as well. With the size of the screen, it really did. I did really, really enjoy it. I felt that there was more boxes left unchecked than checked with that device. And I guess it was just the size of it. And when I see that thing, Ken, stop me if you disagree, but I felt like as if it would have been more suited for a dual 21700 or 2700 battery config rather than a dual 18650 config. I think their space management could have been done just a little bit better within the confinements that they were given in it to allow you to run dual 21700s and so forth.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe dual 2700s, but even at the 2700s, just taking a look at this here from the inside, if they were to do 21700s, it would have been bigger and it would have been more clunkier. And that's why I like it for the shape and the form factor that it's in, is because it is a dual 18650. That's how I'm comparing it to other squonkers that only use 18650.
Yeah.
But I can understand what you're saying. I would like to see more 2700 and 21700 devices come out.
Yeah. Well, wait, to go back to Ruby Roo, that's 27, that's a dual 2700, right? That Stabwood? I'm pretty sure that's what I read. It's a dual 2700, or it's a dual 2700.
I have not seen that, so I do not know.
Yeah, dude, it's.
Hey, quick random question to you, Swaggins. What is that black Dreamer button made out of?
I assume it's made out of
charcoal.
Charcoal. Mm-hmm.
Charcoal?
Yeah, it's dual 2700s.
Yeah, I think it's made out of like a smoked PMMA, kind of like the. I don't quote me on this because I don't know anything. I just saw it for the first time, but I definitely want one for
I mean,
my
it looks like smoked Ultim.
Dream Trooper. I mean,
There's like
Ultim is a stabilized piss color. That's the color of it. So
yeah,
I know
but you
that
can actually.
you can. I mean, I couldn't speak to it, but maybe it's smoked Ultim. But whatever it is, it's black, and I
Yeah.
like it a lot. And I think it would look good on this. I mean, this is just a titanium goon, which I love, but it would kind of get rid of. I mean, I'm actually really. I don't know. I want one. I got the Ultim one right here. I haven't put it in anything, but I'd love a
You know
black
what, guys? I think I'm just gonna buy all the buttons, even though I don't have a Dreamer. I'm just gonna buy all the buttons.
one. You don't use Next, bro.
I actually been using the TVL scope. I've actually been putting it through its paces. They asked me for a review on it, which I was very humbled by. So I've been putting it through its paces because it's been many a year since I decided to sit down and use just a legit mech all the time. Minus that Sandman kit, which I really don't call a fair shot. I mean, the mech itself was good, but the atomizer came with it wasn't. So,
Joel,
yes.
before you give us the 2-minute warning, I just wanted to say to audience and panel alike, I saw also that supposedly, as far as I saw, the black-coated Dreamers are coming back. That's what Stan showed in a quick clip in the Vape Stew Crew live stream that James Franklin did. Black-coated Dreamers, like brass or copper, it seems like they're coming back. And hopefully they've fixed the problems with the coating.
Nice.
Yeah, they said that they changed from Cerakoting to
powder coating.
Well,
Yep.
but the thing is that they never were Cerakoted.
No,
the ones from
they changed from powder
Oh,
coating.
from powder coating to what is it? Vacuum?
Electroplated.
Electroplated?
Yeah.
Okay, totally different.
Oh, giveaway.
Yes.
People are asking for a giveaway. Were we supposed to do a giveaway? We got
Did we give a
72
giveaway?
watching. 72 watching, 72
I
likes.
think Swaggins said he was going to give
Alrighty.
away his Purge mod.
That's never getting given away. That was a gift.
I'll give away
So,
free hugs if anybody ever
What we're
meets
going
me.
to do is we're going to give away
I want those for
your
free.
choice of profile in the Silverback Juice Company, and we're going to give you your choice in it. Just let me know what your profile is, and I will send it out. And I'm going to let Swaggins choose the winner for this one because this is SwagStew. So we're going to let him choose the winner.
Talk about putting me on the spot, man. Like,
Why not, man? Hell.
How do I just choose somebody? Like tell me, like, walk me through this.
Dude, I just scroll up and stop.
All right, I'm gonna scroll up.
You can tell them to X1 and then
X1.
Everybody X1. Everybody in chat, if you want some juice, X1, and then I'm gonna wait like 30 to 45 seconds, and then I'm gonna scroll up and stop and scroll up and stop. Do you say one winner?
Yes, one winner.
One
your
winner.
Choice.
One winner.
And
All
I'll tell you what,
X1s
winner,
and
I'm also going to throw in a pack of, because everybody knows I am Mr. Wotofo. I love Wotofo through and through. I'm going to throw in some of their cotton, the new little cotton wicks that they got. I'm going to throw some of those in there for you.
Oh, heck yeah. All right.
Really kind of coming out now with their coils and cotton. That's cool.
Dude,
yeah, I'm really glad to see them come out with their coils, man. You know how long I fought that fight
and
to
the
get
clear
the
backs.
Yes, the clear backs to the bags. That to me is like the greatest success victory.
Dude, I'm glad I kept these out because this is perfect. So I can just throw this up there. I love that.
Man, I fought for that so hard. Finally in Atlanta, I told one of their directors of operations, I was like, look, brother, so man, you have great products, but you're getting hammered on the reviews. One, you're not disclosing what your coils are made of, and two, not everything is comp wire in there. So
exactly,
put the comp wire bags to the side and use them on something else if you have to. And
all right, guys.
Lo and behold, they came out with the clear backs. I really, really appreciate that,
dude. For real, man.
That just shows a company willing to listen to the consumers, reviewers, and the community out there to listen to them and go back and implement those changes. Man, you got to respect that. I mean, that shows that they're willing to do or willing to try what the consumers, customers, community, and reviewers have to offer them. That means a lot because sometimes companies are very prideful to say, well, no, we're going to do it our way, whether you like it or not. And Always.
All right. So I'm going to do this in 3, 2, 1. Sorry. Let me rephrase. Wherever my scroller, my cursor lands is where, should I screen share so people see it's legit?
No,
I think we
brother,
believe
we
you.
trust you, man. I mean,
Yeah.
hell.
All right. So wherever my scroller lands is the person who wins this glorious giveaway. And thank you for all that have participated. And thank you for hanging out. 3, 2, 1. Timmy vapes a lot. Congratulations, Timmy vapes a lot.
Timmy!
Congratulations, man. Just reach out to me on Instagram if you would, or Facebook, either one. Shoot me a message and give me just let me know it's you, and we'll get this worked out for you, brother. We will.
All right, you got that. All right.
What?
So how do you want to outro, my dude?
Y'all do your outros, man. Have at it.
All right, I'll start.
I'm here for y'all. That's the whole reason why I'm here is for you guys. So y'all make sure you get your outros, your plugs, anything you want to talk about, share. Be sure to share that.
You know what's so funny is I'm here, so you don't have to be. My name's Vapor Swaggins. I'm on Instagram at Vapor VAPOR_Swaggins on Instagram. I'm also on Vaping with the Omies on Monday nights on Clown Vapes channel at 8 p.m. CST. With other Omies, and we talk about stuff, real consumers talking about real vape shit. I love all of you. Thanks for having me on the show, Joel. That's pretty much all I got to say. LooseRTA.com if you want some stuff and things. Get your dreamers, get your recurves, get your reveries, get anything. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff there. Anyways, I'm going to pass it on off to Aziz, and why don't you tell them a little bit about you and go on.
Well, I'm very honored that I've been in this show, even though I didn't contribute that much. But nevertheless, seeing Joel after his birthday is a check mark on my book. My name is Aziz, and my Instagram handle is Q80 Vapor VAPER.Aziz. I appreciate a follow, and I'm also part of the Omies.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'll be on this Monday because the time difference, working shifts doesn't help.
Buddy. What is it? 6 a.m.
No, it's 3 a.m. actually.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
What time is it right now?
It's
7:04.
Oh my god!
Early bird catches the worm, my dude.
Dude, I've discontinued the early bird.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's the early Aziz.
Early Aziz. Yeah, that's absolutely right. It's a new expression. Go ahead, buddy.
Yep. And just as I said, I'm part of the Omies. Hopefully, I'll be there on Monday, and I appreciate a follow on Instagram.
Good deal. Who you want to pass it off to?
I'll pass it on Mrs. Lynn herself.
Hello. Do I have to present or
I got you.
Swag bag? Oh, thank you, Joel.
Swag bag.
This is Itsy Bitsy.
Hi, Itsy.
And she builds Dole Dime mods. And if you like Dole Dime mods, you can check them out at Michelle Lynn Base on Instagram. I try to post lots of mod pictures, and I think I do. But my oh, before I even forget, Joel, happy birthday, buddy!
Happy birthday!
Yeah, I heard you say how old you are earlier. I am 29 and 19 myself, so. But no, my cause is always suicide prevention and my album. So please check out my album. Just Michelle Lynn with 1 L. You can listen on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, wherever. What did they used to always say? Wherever quality music is sold. But if you're going to buy it, if you do like it, the Bandcamp page is the best because the most money goes to suicide prevention that way. So, and shout out to all the stooges that are at ECC right now.
Yeah, buddy.
I miss James Franklin, and I'm so glad he's there, and all the guys. They're having, I'm sure, just the best time right now. So have fun, guys, if you're catching any more of this. And that's about it. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for being here. And I guess you'll send it off to Ken. There you go, Ken. It got dark.
It did. Finally. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for having me on today. I do appreciate it. As always, it's been really, really good just to be on here, even for this last little bit. I've missed you guys so darn much. Like, seriously, I go to bed Friday nights and I cry myself to sleep
What are you doing?
because I just cannot be part of the family sometimes. It makes me sad, but I'm here now and I'm happy. God dang, I'm happy. But seriously, first off, Joel, happy birthday, young man. I'm older than you, so respect
Respect your elders.
respect your elders. When I come down there, I expect some sweet tea and lemonade. Make ourselves some Arnold Palmers. Sit down on the porch swing, and I'll tell you all about the good old days.
Respect his authority.
All right, tell us where we can find you, Ken.
So when I'm not driving for Uber and Lyft, you can find me at Vaping with Ken for my YouTube, Vaping with Ken for my Instagram, and my Twitter as well, which I rarely ever use. So yeah, there we go. There's that. It's a whole bunch of fun.
Yeah, buddy. And Ken's awesome. Honestly, if you just need to pick me up, just watch one of Ken's streams. He's really been grinding. We miss him a lot, but everybody's got their paths that they got to follow along on, and he'll be back. He can't stay away from us too long.
I know I won't. And it's okay real quick if I plug something.
Sure.
I do have a new thing in a new project coming up. For some of you know that I do a Sunday stream on Facebook. Now it's going to be on the channel instead. And I'm trying to put together a show with a couple of people there. So I'm going to be contacting some of you guys. Just letting you know.
All right.
So
Thank you for being with us, Ken. We thank you for being here, brother. We really do, man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you all.
My dude.
Good deal. Good
All right,
deal.
Joel, bring us home.
All right. If you're not home already, we got problems. All right, guys. So first and foremost, we're going to give a shout out to Tenacious Texas over on YouTube. Be sure to go sub to him if you haven't already. We're going to give a shout out to Demo Vapes. Be sure to give him a sub and follow as well. And Daily Vape Television. Be sure to give him a sub and follow as well. Those are my 3 fellow panel members weekly on VapeStew over on Tenacious Texas channel. Tonight's show was brought to you by them, for them, should I say, because they are all preoccupied right now doing what they need to be doing out there with ECC and Nick printing labels for his bottles of Blaz e-liquid. Want to be sure to give them a shout out. Silverback, Hometown Hero, both sponsors of the Vape Stew every Friday night, 9 o'clock, Tenacious Texas channel. I'm not going to sit here and plug myself, guys. You're already here, so you already kind of know me somewhat and whatnot. So thank you all for being here again. Thank you all for the birthday wishes. It's much appreciated. What else do I got to say? That's about it, man. It won't be long. I will be able to tell you about what's sitting up here that I can't tell you about right now, but it won't be long.
Can't wait.
Won't be long. It's
Big
coming
things,
rather
big things,
fast.
guys. Be freaking excited. He's not going to tell you himself, but I will tell you, you need to be excited. It's just right. Approved.
I'm just anxious for it to come around already. Gonna say, like I always say, man, Mr. Just Right One is checking in with you guys as always. If at any given point in time you've ever felt like you are not a somebody, I want you to know that you are a somebody in somebody's eyes, and that somebody is me. I absolutely love each and every single one of you. Stay blessed. Mr. Just Right One checking in and checking out at the same damn time. I love you guys. I really do. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, everybody in chat. If I didn't get to your questions, man, we'll make it next time, all right? Y'all be blessed. Stay focused. And hold on. What is Stan's favorite thing? Vape on, friends.
Vape on, friends.
Thank you, guys.